There are additional materials, the white materials. This is an amended for your regular budget, not your urban renewal, and it has an additional potential motion on it, just so you know.
Recorder zip, trying to channel my inner Manny.
Good luck.
Products, so David said referred to it as a 3/4 zip up. Like, that'd be weird. It's a quarter zip. It's a quarter zip. From the navel up.
So Mr. T.
Jessica. All right, we're gonna start recording and then we'll get started. Wait till you hear the pretty lady's voice.
Okay, and seeing that it's 6:01, we'll call the Urban Renewal Agency Budget Committee meeting to order. First item on the agenda is the roll call.
Mr. Andrade. Present. Ruth Causey. Here. Dan Hunsaker.
Here.
Rick Eastman.
Here.
Matt Lehman.
Here.
David Lowe.
Here.
Christopher McMorrin.
Here.
Deanna Montiel. Here. Teresa Nielsen. Here. Jeff Schminsky.
Here.
Diane Crocker, Chaz Jones, and Mark Kepi are absent.
Okay. If I have to say something, you guys, there's a confirmation of a quorum.
We're good.
There we go. And the next item on the agenda will be the approval of the meeting minutes from May 1st and May 15th, I think because we didn't approve May 1st at the last meeting. So we will entertain a motion to approve the meeting minutes from May 1st and May 15th.
So moved.
Councilor Toggy moves. More seconds. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Approved unanimously. And now we will open the floor to visitor comments.
We have not received any.
There have been no requests, so we'll now close the floor to visitor comments. The next item on the agenda, the URA Budget Committee approval of the URA budget document. I'll hand it to you, Mike.
Well, about 2 seconds.
Okay.
Well, now I'll make a little bit longer than that. What you have in front of you is we have 2 motions that we need to make. Before we go through that, we did make a $20,000 change that was approved, so that will show up on the summary report on the back. There was no change in the overall numbers. There's still 2.089 mil. And from that, then we have, like I said, turn it back over to the committee. We have to approve the budget to council for their adoption and appropriations. And then we have to do the approval of the division of taxes for the urban renewal. And with that, I'll turn it all over to you. The motions are there.
Okay. So the motions are printed. We can open up for someone to make that motion as presented.
Chris,
I think the question on the, whatever it is.
that's the summary report.
The summary report that says add budget to utility rate study.
Like,
I don't know if that comes up in those are like shutting down, like controlling, shutting down.
it's true. That is for the, I don't know, it's the closure of the fund.
Yeah, whatever that.
I will correct that.
Okay.
Any questions on the motions as presented? The floor is open for someone to make these motions. And then a question can only be made by all three, by one person. They're both separately type of thing.
Whatever you got.
Oh,
In your,
okay. Make sure I'm following the rules as I
You're following it,
continue
just-
to learn.
somebody reads the motion, somebody seconds, and then you discuss if you need to, and
But they do need to be voted separately.
they do need to be voted on separately.
Okay. That's an important point. Councilor Moore, would you about to?
I was.
Okay.
I move that the budget committee approve a budget for the Columbus River Urban Renewal Agency for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2024 and ending June 30th, 2025, with total requirements of $2,089,480 in accordance with the foregoing summary of funds and changes, and further recommends that the approved budget for fiscal year 2024-25 be adopted by the Columbus Urban Renewal Agency.
Okay, we have a motion.
Second.
Councilor Causey seconds. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. And it passes unanimously. And we can move on to the other motions, if anyone would like to make it.
I'll make one.
Dan?
I move that the budget committee for the Philomath Urban Renewal Agency approve a request for the maximum amount of revenue that may be raised by dividing the taxes under section 1C, article 9 of the Oregon Constitution, with no amount being raised by the imposition of a special levy for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2024 and ending June 30th, 2025 for the Philomath Urban Renewal Agency.
There's our motion.
Second.
Councilor Causey seconds. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. And passes unanimously. And the third motion, correct? No.
For that one.
Okay.
That's for your regular minutes, maybe.
There we go.
Right.
Okay. And then the next is to
Adjourn.
Adjourn.
adjourn. Okay, so okay, now, there we go. Now,
We just-
so, and the Urban Renewal Agency Budget Committee is adjourned. And we will now open the City of Philomath Budget Committee. And first item on the agenda is the roll.
Rick Fozzie,
Here.
Dan Hunsaker,
Here.
Trent Taseman,
Here.
Matt Lehman,
Here.
David Lowe,
Here.
Christopher McMorrin,
Here.
Deanna Montiel, Teresa Nielsen, Jeff Sheminski.
Here.
And I'll note that Diane Crocker, Chaz Jones, and Mark Tepe are absent.
Okay. Next on the agenda, we'll approve the meeting minutes from May 15th.
So moved.
Councilor Lynn makes the motion.
Second.
Councilor Hobby seconds. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. And they are approved unanimously. Next, we'll open the floor for visitor comments.
There's that have requested it.
Thank you. So we will close the floor to visitor comments. And next, we'll move on to the budget committee approval of the budget document. Mike, you have
Okay.
to say?
Yeah, now, there's been a revision or amendment, you should have it. What I found, I was putting on, balance the budget all the way to the top for the resolution, notice that. There's 250,000 in this fund that doesn't really belong there, it's the, SD governmental, Fund 42. We spent 250,000 this year on the Cochran Memorial Park. I inadvertently pulled it over to the budget, and so that the budget committee needs to approve that as part of your motions that you make tonight. It doesn't change numbers, because we're just gonna move it from the expenditures down into the contingency, just in case we need something for this year's. So basically, I gave you a copy of the new budget, so we'll give you another link that had all the budgets in it. And summary report, I don't know if you want me to go through what we've made, the changes. The biggest changes we had was in the general fund. We had an extra position, we got out. We put whatever's left, we added the tree canopy program, increased the education and training budget, and we had some money and we just moved it into the ending fund balance. We also, I corrected the STC from 42, moved the 250 out and down to contingency. We also increased our budget for capital outlay things and projects, street improvement. I was 200,000 short, so the net is 50 plus, so that's what that is. Then sewer debt, this was something that I found that was just a Scrivener error. I didn't really, there's not a motion or anything, that's a Scrivener error, so. And that's pretty much it. Budget you're gonna approve for the city, it's gonna be 40,841,518. And then the property taxes that we have, the rate is 5.3005. And so you have three motions to make them each individually, and we'll go through these. So you got any questions? Sorry, Matt?
Yeah, the 250, when that was moved out of the park projects into contingency, does that stay in the parks?
Yes, it stays in the STC parks, yes. Yep.
Thank you.
You had your hand up.
I was just wondering, you were, at our last meeting, we talked about a potential budget shortfall. You're going to address, the impact of checks on that potential shortfall.
Ooh, I don't remember. Yes, Chris, you got anything on that?
Say it again.
Yeah, really?
Was the
last meeting I went through results in a potential shortfall of 12.75 million. And I asked how that was gonna be addressed, and you said it was largely through timing.
Oh.
Magnitude of the projects that have been undertaken.
You were talking about the contingency, our ending fund balance of 42%. 42%.
Yes,
How are we gonna do that?
you were.
Oh. Yeah, okay, caught me flat-footed on that one. I did not write that one down.
Could you present that to the council when the budget is?
Yeah, we could do that. See what we're gonna do. Okay. Sorry, Rue.
Does that put the pause button on anything that we're doing here?
No.
No, okay, just
No.
to clarify. Any other questions from Mike relative to these revisions?
I just didn't, Pat, when you said 200,000 short on the street project, which project, so you added the.
It's one of the street improvements projects, probably 16th Street, we have 1.6, I had a 1.4, and
Okay,
we fixed that, we talked about it the last time, so
okay,
I moved, kind of switched the monies.
okay, awesome, thank you. I just didn't quite catch what you had said.
Okay, no worries.
Any other questions for Mike? Okay, and there's three motions presented, so we can open the floor if we want to make the motion like presented. Councilor Causey?
Move that the budget committee approve the budget for fiscal year beginning July 1, 2024 and ending June 30, 2025 for the city of Paloma with total requirements of $40,841,518 in accordance with the foregoing summary of funds and changes, and further recommend that the approved budget for fiscal year 2024 be adopted by the city of Paloma council.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
First, yeah, the park
Oh,
one first.
Oh, I see what the shoot that.
It's okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
It's okay.
That was-
Okay,
It says it doesn't affect the numbers.
oh, right, so we'll go back to that.
We can go back to it, yeah.
So just, we'll be aware that we have three, and this is the first.
Right.
So we have a motion,
I'll second that.
Councilor McMorro seconds, any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. And the motion passes unanimously. And we have two other motions, presented and printed. Councilor McMorro?
I move to accept the removal of the 250,000 park project and move the monies to contingency.
Motion,
Second.
Councilor Causey seconds, any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. And the motion passes unanimously. And we have a third motion and final for this. Councilor Causey, or you will yield to
No,
Councilor Causey.
Yeah. You got that.
Move that the budget committee hereby approve taxes provided for in the city of Philomath budget for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2024 and ending June 30, 2025 at $3,005 per $1,000 of assessed value.
Second.
Motion, Van seconds. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. And the motion passes unanimously. And I think this is the case, but just to be doubly sure, so the fifth item on the agenda, approval of division of tax, that was the third motion.
Yes.
Okay, just to be extra clear on that, okay. There we go.
That wraps everything up. Wow. Thank you to everyone. And effort. Always been interesting. This went well. For ideas what to do next year. I want to say thank you for your time. It's not easy to do the budget, and y'all did a great job.
Well, I think you do most of it.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Pleasure, it's kind of fun anyway. Last,